Alright, what's up, guys? We're here at Fort Gordon, AIT. We're all 25 Bravos.
Finally.
We got a. I'm not gonna say names. I can't say names.
You can't say names. Alright.
So, right now, we're in week 20th. We graduate next week.
I'm week 30.
Week 30. If you fail,
I've been here.
you
Recycle.
yeah, you get recycled if you fail. Let's see. We came in here in November. Anything you want to say?
I get October. Fucking left. October 10. Fucking left right after we got here. Foundations is the hardest class because there's classes in.
So the classes start with foundations. There's 5 weeks. Software, ITN, RSC, security. So CPN, and then RBNet. Now we're talking about foundations. Foundations is 5 weeks long. You learn about the basic shit about computers. It's fucking easy.
You use notes for the test.
You get the so in the schoolhouse, all the instructors are staff sergeants or sergeants
Civilians.
or civilians too.
Cool as fuck.
They're chill shit. So that one consists of just learning what's a fucking printer, subnetting IP addresses. It's a basic concept shit. No homework.
Some classes do have homework.
Let's see. What else do you do? The final, you do a simulator. You use
Packet tracer.
Download
Packet tracer on your laptop.
You can look into it now. It's easy though. I wouldn't worry about it. That's 5 weeks long. So the schoolhouse, you go from. So the day consists of. You wake up either like around 4:30.
There's 2 types, bro.
2 types of what?
Days.
Oh yeah, there's days and swings. So we were all days.
Separate. I was a swing. That's the best shit.
You're a swing?
And days.
Oh, okay. You did both. All right.
Both.
So days, it was. What was it? Well, you wake up at 4:30. PT starts at 5. PT is when you work out.
But what is PT? How are we talking about?
Yeah. Well, so we have the coronavirus going on. We'll talk about that later. So 4:30 wake up, 5 a.m. PT, work out till like 6 something. You eat chow and shower, and you gotta be ready by 7:30. And then when 7:30 hits, you get on the buses, you go to the schoolhouse, and then you start class at 8:30. And so you're in class from 8:30 till 4:30. And you get 2 breaks, you get lunch. And then by 4:30 you're out. You gotta wait on the buses. Sometimes you wait 30 minutes to an hour. And then you eat dinner chow. Dinner chow closes at 5:30. And yeah, a little later. So after 5:30 dinner chow, sometimes you have formation at 6 p.m. All this shit might change. It changes like underwear. And then so it's like 6 o'clock, 1800. You get about 2 hours of free time. So by 2030, you have to do accountability in the hallways or wherever the barracks are at. It could be inside or outside. And then they check you like if you're here present. It's like fucking jail. It's like prison. You just stand outside your fucking cell. You stand outside your rooms, and then they make sure you're here. And then you gotta go to sleep by 9 p.m. And then you got, in the barracks, there's drill sergeants. So sometimes they'll come inside at night, they'll come in your fucking room, make sure you're asleep. It's bullshit. That's the days. But they say swing is better. You want to
let me tell you about swings. Swings is the best shit. You literally go to school for like 4 to 5 hours and you get shit done. Days, they bullshit. I've done both. I like swings because you have so much free time.
Yep.
You wake up at like 9, you get like accountability, and then you just chill till like
1500.
Yeah, it's like 1500, 3 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
And you just doing nothing except like going to lunch, chilling around, playing games, what the fuck you wanna do, beach. But yeah, you just like chill, then you go to eat, then you go to school, and you get out of school at like 11, like, no, actually, like 10,
Honestly,
10:30,
I would say.
and then you wait for the buses for like 30 minutes or so. You go to the DFAC, you get midnight chow, so they serve like breakfast and like dinner, and then you get back to the barracks, and you gotta go. You like lights out for swings is 1 o'clock, and then you wake up at 9. So really, you get 8 hours of sleep. Swings is really the best.
Swings, you get more free time.
Free time and more sleep time.
That's sleep time, yeah.
And the drill sergeants are real chill with the swings, and you get to like 6. Okay, that's what swings.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's too easy.
So, we got a fucking virus going on. It fucked everything up. But let me tell you about the phases. So, when you first come in here, you're phase 4. 3 weeks later, you're phase 5. And then 10 weeks later, or 7 more weeks later, you're a phase 5 plus. So, phase 4s, you have more formations, which means more accountabilities. The phase 5, you can wear civvies, which is like regular clothes. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
You can eat civilian food.
You can
comes back.
yeah. You
Phase
go.
4 you can.
You can eat food in the post, like just Subway, Panda, Arby's,
Popeyes, you know.
That experience. Yeah.
all that shit. It's fucking amazing. If you're phase 4, they say buy that shit, eat it, you fuck.
Yeah,
Phase 4 you can only eat cafeteria food.
DFAC foods is ass. No, they got burgers and fries. That's only for dinner.
It's a hit or miss.
But sometimes they don't know how to cook rice. Like, how the fuck you don't know how to cook rice?
Mashed potatoes be salty as fuck. You be eating fucking pork all the fucking time.
Sometimes they throw down the cornbread's good. No cap.
Yeah. Breakfast is always good. You got eggs, sausage, bacon, hash browns, gravy.
Hard pancakes. Waffle treats.
Yeah, hard pancakes and hard waffles.
Right.
French toast makes
The French toast at basic is better.
breakfast pizza. It's good.
Peter.
You can get it in the line twice, which is great. But so yeah, so phase 5 is like less formations. You can eat food, like fucking fast food or whatever, and we can wear civvies
The weekend.
weekends or in afternoons after school or before school for swings. And phase 5 plus is the same shit. We can go off post on the weekends. So like Saturday and Sunday, you can get up at 8 a.m. You can sign out and go off post, but of course you have to be with a battle buddy all the time. So if I want to go to the fucking mall, I gotta take one of these fuckers with me.
Go eat Mexican food. Have an hour with this fucking Mexican food right there. So there's that.
And then you're in Georgia in Augusta, so it's like there ain't shit to do.
They have no sidewalks. It's not that. Weird.
Yeah.
They got a strip club.
They got strip clubs.
They're on the base.
So
The fucking ghetto strip clubs with the fucking like chicken wing restaurant built into the fucking side of them. And, some big ass fat black chick named Destiny or some shit.
Peaches.
let's see. So in the base there's taxi. You can taxi anywhere. You go to your barracks. You can taxi to the PX, which is like a mall. Has everything. It's at $3 one way. Or you can just walk, whatever, right? But yeah, so you can sign out. You gotta be back in by like 8 p.m. You can't stay overnight unless your family signs you out. You're not allowed to drink.
Don't drink.
Yeah, don't get the fucking Crown Royal bottles from the
No
PX.
vapes.
Don't get
If you
caught.
smoke cigarettes,
Don't get caught. That's
you
it.
know, yeah, it's on.
Yeah, so no vapes at all. They say vapes can kill you, whatever. But you're allowed to smoke. You can smoke cigarettes if you're 21 and over. Since the new rule came into effect this year. There's a smoke pit. You can just chill. There's a here as 25 Bravos. You get the newest buildings. It's 551. You got Delta.
369.
Alpha Bravo.
And, yeah, there's like 369 company, 551 company,
442.
all that bullshit.
76.
So Fort Gordon is the biggest communication signal school in the whole world.
The Wi-Fi sucks.
Hey, sucks, bro.
Oh yeah. So in the barracks you can get Wi-Fi, but you have to pay for it.
Get the cheapest one. It's the same as the high price.
It's like $50 a month.
It's 34.
Only the best one is $50 a month.
It's the same.
Three devices.
That one speeds faster than the.
And the download speed's like 50 megabytes per second. Uploads a joke.
It's the same thing.
So there's only one provider. Everybody has to use it. So it's just shit. Online games is shit.
Once you got AT&T or Sprint, you get. Yeah.
And they just added a 5G tower, like right across the barracks. So
I might get cancer, but
yeah, that's 5G cause coronavirus.
being in that though, during the coronavirus.
Yeah. So that's pretty much how it is here. You can play sports and shit. So that was the good life. That was the good times. Then when the coronavirus came, it's just everything went to shit. What's the first thing that changed?
Couldn't eat.
6 feet apart.
6 feet
3
apart.
feet and 6 feet bullshit.
So the 6 feet, which means like when we're in formation or marching, we have to be 6 feet away from each other. We have to put your hands up. Our hands can't touch their hands.
Violating right now.
Yeah, we're violating that shit right now.
Hey, bro. Oh, is you quick?
Face mask.
Give example right here.
Yeah, if you want to go anywhere, like in the building, you gotta wear a face mask.
Kind of covered all the time.
Let's see. So that was bullshit. And the cafeteria, defect, since they took away the privilege of us eating Subway and shit, we can only eat cafeteria food, which means everybody goes to the cafeteria and the lines are fucking long. They're long now because you have to sit a chair away from each other. So half the chairs are like non-usable. And then there's long ass lines stretching out so many fucking, like 100 yards away and shit. What else? That sucks ass. It's cause like it'll be like a Saturday, right? The defect closes at 6 p.m. So you can eat chow before then, but after 6, you can't eat nothing else. Unless you're at Delta 551.
Yes, sir, the best.
That's what we're all at right now. We're the first company, the whole brigade, the whole post probably, that they allow to have snacks in the rooms. So right now, you may think this is water, but really it's Pepsi. Because the only way we can get snacks now is if we get them ordered online. So I got homies buying 12 pounds of honey buns. I'm buying 24 packs of Monsters.
Yeah, they're gonna get that snack thing revoked.
Just small size snacks, no big ass bags of chips, all that bullshit. That have to fit in drawers.
Yeah, that's picture. Like honey buns. Like, come on. Don't lose the privilege. Be smart with the privilege.
So they say don't be a shitbag when you get here, but really,
Don't be a shitbag.
shitbag's the way to go.
No.
Listen to the drill sergeants.
Yeah, drill sergeants.
Most of them are the same MLS as you, so they can help you with stuff. They're real helpful. They schedule appointments and stuff for you if you need them. Drill sergeants real helpful here.
What
That's
else?
one thing.
So alright, so back to the classes as Bravos. So Bravos they used to have a high fail rate because the requirements to be a Bravo, like the ST score should be a 95 or higher. They lowered that down, so a lot of people who get like a overall ASVAB of a 50, they think they can do this in West, but then they can't, so they fail, and then they get recycled or chapter out of the Army. So if you get recycled, which means like you fail a class, you have to wait for the next class to open up. that can take weeks. So you're just extending your time being here. Or if you decide to chapter out, that takes months to process to where you can finally go home.
Fastest way out, graduate.
Yeah, same thing with basic. Fastest way out, basic, graduate.
It's the same thing.
So foundations is the cake. Even with no experience of computer shit, no studying, you'll still pass. Now you hit a software. Software, you use VMware, and you basically learn how to start up Windows 10 or 7, and then Windows Server and Windows Exchange. It's 3 weeks long.
Test every 3 weeks. For one.
You test once a week.
They're not hard.
It's not hard. You just gotta follow the instructions. It tells you what to do. It says do this, download this, click that, and then that's what the test is. You learn a little bit about Active Directory, like adding groups of users. It's a good skill set to learn for the civilian world.
Everything in the course you learn through foundations. So pay attention to foundations, because it's basically setting you up. It's foundation for the whole course. So like, you learn software stuff in foundations.
So yeah, they say software is like Foundations 2.0. So that's a guaranteed pass. There's still people that fail it though, either on purpose or they don't get it, or because they're not doing the work. So that's 3 weeks. So you're already 8 weeks in. You're phase 5 already. You're getting set up to be a phase 5 plus.
And then you hit the 3-headed monster.
Yeah. So the next 3 classes after that determines whether you're gonna be a Bravo or not.
It separates you from your peers, like just like smart or you're dumb.
Right. So some people get it like that. Some people are just struggling like crazy. Some people don't do shit. Also, it's based off the instructors. There's some really good instructors that they know everything. There's some that they don't. They just read whatever and then expect you to learn it. So the first one, yeah, like we've had our fair share of good and bad instructors. First one is called ITN, which is equivalent to Cisco 1, the college course.
Intro to networking.
You use Netacad, so that's what you're reading and learning off of. And that course is 3 weeks long, and it consists to pass the class, it's a 50 multiple choice exam. And while we're here, they changed it to where that final exam is part of Netacad. So it made it easier for a lot of people. I'm not gonna tell you why. You find out why. But
They changed the test
they changed it again.
So like when we took the test, it was 60-40. So the hands-on was 60%. That's when you like plug shit in the router and the switches, type commands in. And then the written, which is on Netacad, it's like multiple choice questions. It's 40%. But they changed it after like I think my class got out of there. Like IT and RC, they made it to where what you get on Netacad, like the little quizzes you do on Netacad and stuff, that plays into your grade, and then you gotta do hands-on, but it's on packet tracer, and then you do a written test. So like they changed it up. So I would take that class serious.
So like in that class, people will get a high hands-on, but the written exam they'll get like a 40. If you get a 40 on the written, like an overall 40, and you get a hands-on, you get like a high 90, you pass. So
if you get a 25 or 30 on the written, you need 100 on the hands.
like you need a the hands-on they have like switches and routers.
You get the commands on the paper.
And then yeah, you just plug it in. You see like hands-on experience, which is great. You get your little command line, INT, config, config T, INT, G00, all that bullshit. IP addresses. You'll learn it. It's pretty basic. It's not that many hard. All the commands you gotta learn it, but it's not that hard. And then after that, it's RSC, which is like considered like Cisco 2.
One of the hardest classes here, they say.
What is that course called?
Routing is and switching essentials.
Right.
That's what RSE. No, RC or what the fuck you say. RSE.
Right.
You keep the same instructor from IT into RC.
Oh yeah, so then
6 weeks.
so if you have a shit IT instructor, then RC you're gonna fucking struggle like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. It's the same stuff. Medicat and hands-on, the same course, the same passing requirements. Well, now they changed it, so they made it easier to pass. You gotta learn a lot. You got all the commands you do in ITN. You gotta implement it on RSE, and even more, like another 30 more probably.
It's not that hard. They say it's hard. I mean, I got 96 overall.
I got like a 90 overall.
Just keep practicing the hands-on.
I had a like an 88, bro.
So you done. No.
Hey, bro. But it doesn't matter because you won't use it in your actual job. You're gonna do a desk job. But it translates well to the civilian world, so you're chilling.
I'm going to Fort Hood.
We'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
The overall, but so yeah, 6 weeks basically learning networks, which is a great thing to learn about.
Get certificates from that.
And then let's see,
Security after that.
security. That is 8 days, or 7 or 8 days, which is like Monday to Friday, and then the next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that, when we took it, it consisted of, what did it consist of? How many chapters? It was like 12 chapters, right?
Yeah, it's 12 chapters. 2 a day.
And that's
So a chapter, the instructor will go over about 40 to 60 slides of information in the morning, and after lunch, another chapter, another 40, 60 slides. And that should just get your head throbbing. Like, there's so much information you learn. Learn about like asymmetric, symmetric, public keys, fucking viruses, worms, circulation, whole bunch, like so many terms.
Make sure you understand it too. Like, if you don't understand it, ask an instructor. And like, write the slides down, because we had a test, and it was like security plus stuff.
experimental test.
It was an experimental test to see, because like one of the tests got compromised, and it was security plus, half security plus and half security fundamentals, and we were taught security fundamentals, not security plus. And like, a lot of people failed, like 42 people failed because they didn't know the security plus stuff. But like, just like, pay attention. If you don't understand something, ask your instructor. Write down like keywords and stuff they tell you. But write down everything. Study your slides. Make sure you study, because that class is going to make sure you pass, you graduate.
On your free time, yes, because you get to know everybody.
That class will make sure you graduate.
Yeah.
I've met people who they passed that test on their 4th try, and if they didn't pass that 4th try, then they basically get holdover
Reclass.
and reclass
So
to it. And then the other MLS, they pick it for you. They'll
you
be
might
like,
be a cook or an MP
or a fucking
88 Mike.
Yeah, truck driver, a fueler.
But something that you don't want. This is about the best MLS.
You can't pick it.
So pass that class, and after that class, you're chilling. After that, you will pass the course.
After that, it's CPN, right?
CPN.
CPN, you learn about Cisco
Wave phones.
management, Unify, some bullshit. It's about IP phones.
It's foundations level in that class, to be honest. But it's worth it.
It's easy. Everything's so that's another. So all those classes we talked about, it's all in one building. Now the other one, it's in a different building,
CTAs.
and all the instructors are civilians. So they're either retired or reserves. They're super chill.
They make money, so don't listen to them. They do this stuff.
Yeah, they have hella user experience. It's really chill.
You can do CPN entry when you be on CPN, so
Yeah.
pay attention to that.
So that's like that's a guaranteed pass. Nobody's know that course. So after security, you're set. You're like for sure MOSQ.
And what's top 5?
Yeah. And then after that, that's like I think it's like a week and a half long.
Yeah.
And after that, it's a capstone, which we don't know about. So once the coronavirus came into effect, it changed so much shit. So like one thing it changed a lot was like the classrooms. Classrooms would be about 20 people will be sitting next to each other. Higher ups are like, no, that's too close. You gotta separate them. So the way they did it is half the class was taught in the morning. The other half of the class will sit in the empty classroom studying. So that affected a lot of people of learning. So they made stuff a lot easier.
That's just for the swings.
So maybe by the time you come here, it might go like revert to what we're telling you. But like for my case, we're in the first class and we're in security, and halfway through, they're like, it's open noted. So if you write everything down on the slides, you'll pass the class. And I did. I got 88, which I should have got 100, but everybody passed security because it's open note. It was the first time. There's people who failed this MOS because of that class, and it's like, it's crazy. Like, I got lucky. So that happened. So like if you're IT and RSC, you'll like learn your dedicated shit in the morning, and then the other afternoon you just do hands-on stuff on your own time, whatever. That's when the virus came into effect, and then CPN stayed the same, and then they got to bring up the last class. They just had like admin waived us, basically saying, well, I mean, it's your last class.
Sweet.
So it's easy.
But you only get 5 labs. You get 5 tests to fail. Put that up.
No what?
You only get 5 tests to fail.
Oh yes. Is it per class, right?
No, fair.
You only fail 5 tests.
So let's say you're IT and you test out. You're testing for hands-on and written. That's 1 attempt. You fail that, you do a second attempt the next day. And if you fail that, you get recycled. So they're gonna put you on a list saying when the next available class comes, we're gonna put you in. They could take weeks and even months.
You don't want to fail.
And then if you do fail, whatever phase you are, you get pushed back down. And
Is it duties throughout the company and the base?
oh yeah, so during the day, so when you think you're not gonna do shit, be in the room, you're not. You're gonna be picking up dirt, cigarettes, or fucking mowing grass, doing a bunch of bullshit.
Whatever they're just trying to ask them about.
Working at the defect.
Oh yeah, so they're like, you can work at a defect where they need help on like cleaning tables or washing dishes. Like one time I went in the morning for chow, 6 in the morning, right? I'll see them cleaning. I go for dinner again like at 5:30, and they're still there. They're 12 hours there just cleaning.
Don't fail.
Oh yeah, so let's say you get recycled, you get back into class. So you take it for your first time with your new classmates. You fail that one. That's already 3 attempts you already failed. You take it the next time. The next day, and you fail. Then you get recycled again.
And then you're out.
You're like, then
You can't fail the same class twice.
now all the instructors know you because you've been through like multiple instructors. You'd be like, oh, what are you still doing here, dumbass? Or, whatever. And then, yeah, so when you take that your 5th attempt, if you fail that, you're fucked. That's when I tell you, boom.
You'll get another chance. You can't fail that. You actually have it.
Yeah, reclass, and that sucks. But there's been people who fail from the other MOSs and come here. Like a lot of people who are 68, like 68 Whiskeys and Charlies.
35 Novembers.
Oh yeah, November's Intelligence. When they fail, they come here, or they get lucky enough to come here. And then, yeah, I mean, if you get reclassed from MOS, go here. I mean, you're in the luck. If you're gonna be like a fucking fueler, that sucks. What else? So in the schoolhouse, you're allowed to have snacks, vending machines. You can buy them, you can eat it, and when they allow you to eat it.
Jolly Rancher will save your life in class. That's for sure.
You're allowed hard candy, so
No gun.
No guns. You gotta have mints and Jolly Ranchers. I'll just be eating that shit like all day. What else? What else?
That's it, bro.
Pretty much it, right? So yeah, basically I leave next week. He leaves 2 weeks from now.
Next week, what are you talking
You leave the first?
Yeah, it's next
Oh.
week. It's this
We
week.
leave.
I have no idea, bro.
Oh.
I got my hungry, bro.
For hood.
Sir.
So I'm reserves. So typically, if you're reserves or National Guard, you leave the same day you graduate or the day after. So yeah, I leave the same day I graduate. So I'm excited as shit.
Alright.
He's going to Fort Hood. You know where you're going, right?
I know where you're going, but I'm not trying to say it. You know? It's like, you know, the enemy could be watching.
Oh yeah.
You kind of disclosing a lot of information, but
Who the fuck is that?
Oh yeah. So when you're in software, when you're like near 6 or 7 weeks, you
but there you go.
But oh yeah, you find out where you're gonna go. So it's pretty exciting, right? Except if you're National Guard reserve, because you never get to go home.
Oh, yeah.
So like there'll be people like, oh shit, I'm going to Germany, I'm going to Japan,
Freaking Quebec.
I'm going to fucking Hawaii. And you get that one person in the classroom. Oh, I'm going to Benny. Well, I'm stationed here at Fort Warden.
Quebec's in Canada.
Or
Kuwait.
or yeah, overseas. But you could go anywhere. There's always gonna be a need for Bravos.
Best job. Too easy.
Oh yeah, so once you're done, they usually say once you get to your unit, all this shit you touched, like routers, Cisco's, all that bullshit,
It goes away.
you're not gonna touch none of that shit.
Unless you're an officer, but that's
Yeah.
a lot.
If you really want to get in depth into being like really hands-on, working with the servers and the networks of the Army, you gotta be a chief warrant officer at least, or an E5 and above.
Get certificates. Certifications.
One army. They're free.
Security Plus, Net Plus, A Plus.
Yeah, you can do all that. You can take the certs at the schoolhouse. Whether you just you gotta do some shit online, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I'm prepared." You take the exam,
Comp to you.
but it's really hard. Nobody really does it because there's not enough time, or nobody cares that much. Or for me, it's time. For me, it's time. But yeah, especially like in the real world, if you want to get a good job, you gotta have certs and experience.
Okay.
Degrees don't matter as much, but it just looks good. It just shows that you're dedicated. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's it, man.
Oh yeah, so if you get your unit, you're gonna work for like a S6 shop, which is like the IT of fucking
Or clean toilets.
or unit or whatever. And you
You're doing your job, you can do it, for sure.
oh yeah, if you're extra duty probably at the same time. You'd be either fixing printers, resetting passwords.
I have a friend that's stationed in Fort Stewart, it's in Georgia. He said he really hasn't done most of his stuff. Is like, well, he's not here yet. But he said like he just helps around, like the sergeants and stuff. He hasn't done any 25-hour stuff, so you could end up doing like another 25 MOS stuff.
Oh yeah, all the 25 hours do every single job in 25 hours.
Yeah, like the chances of going down range are very low. So you're mostly support, but who knows? They might be like, hey, I need you to go with this unit or whatever. As far as you're pretty much you'll be safe in here for this somewhere. If you're not trying to see combat. Oh, so one thing that as soon as you leave basic, you come at AIT, right? They have what's it called? They have a ranger regiment, like a staff sergeant. He's trying to get people to volunteer. So you can do like Army Ranger for the communications. And then some people they get into it. So right after AIT, they go to a train for Army Ranger. Now I got a few buddies of mine that left already. So props to them.
Sweet.
You can volunteer and like withdraw it if you have second thoughts later on. What else? When you sign up the army, you could be like, I'm going to go airborne. So you go AIT and then airborne.
Once you get here, do all your PHA and dental work done first.
Oh yeah, you have certain duties you gotta do on your own.
They do medical green real fast.
Let's see. What else is there?
So get even, bro.
The barracks, you get it's 3 people total, you and 2 others.
Oh yeah. Pretty small.
Yeah, there's 3 closets, 1 restroom, 1 sink, 1 desk. It's true. Just depends on your roommates. What else? That's pretty much about it. It's 20 weeks long.
22. It was 21. They took out
2 weeks.
They took out a
Capsule.
yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's like 20 weeks now. And if you're in AIT for 20 weeks or more, in here at Fort Gordon, you get BAH. For if you're
Active. Or
I think. Well, I'm getting BAH because I have a mortgage back at home. Before I enlisted, so I'm getting paid extra. I think if you're married, you get BAH automatically. I don't know. But that's pretty much it.
is it?
So yeah, all back again with the virus. It sucks. Like
Unless you're NIT, which it doesn't suck. Graduate NIT at least.
oh yeah, when you graduate, it's just super chill. Like you're in the room not doing shit. Most cases, you're gonna be just chilling all day.
Right.
Well, during the day, you still have to wear the army uniform,
But in your room, so
but you're just chilling in the room, playing games, sleeping. You'll be studying for a cert or whatever.
skill point. You know that skill point. That's for sure.
What else? Fuck it. I mean, if you have questions, just you can send me a message, comment. I'll be glad to help. But
Peace
yeah,
out.
I'll see y'all guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? But if you're in the hallways, they see it with this shit, do-rag, they'll be like, take it off. Or, yeah, bitch that. You're in the barracks, you do something stupid, you do free push-ups. It sucks, man. I'll see y'all later.
Burner.
Oh.